should say. You have to make sure they know that you're paying attention. That one is swung through by TJ Dixon. That's going to be a 1-1 count.
So the count 1-1 here. We are in the top of the third inning as Elmira has a 2-0 lead against the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs. Chris Kaluzian leads off at first. He's got a 2-for-2 afternoon going for himself. Petrella is going to throw over to first here. Kaluzian back in time. Close play as he was leaning a little bit there. Kaluzian did have a steal in the first inning, as Elmira actually was off and running on 3 separate occasions in that top of the first inning. Now the 1-1 coming here from Petrella. And a strike called as Dixon missed the bunt attempt there.
Yeah, and with all these base runners running, you have to wonder, are the Pioneers seeing something about Eric Strano, the catcher? Do they think that they have a good feel on when the pitcher Petrella is going to go to the plate or go to first base? But they're seeing something, and it's always nice to have that runner in scoring position and just have an opportunity to drive him in.
And the 1-2 is high, and a throwback to first, and Mohawk Valley almost got Kaluzian a little too far off of first base there as a quick snap throw down by Strano after the pitch out.
Yeah, it's almost like they're expecting him to go there. He didn't, but they say, hey, let's try to snap, though, and it was pretty close. Nice attempt by the Diamond Dogs.
And a pitch here, chopped out by Dixon over in the hole at shortstop. Going to be a tough play by the shortstop, and Dixon is easily safe. The throw goes over the first baseman's head and down the line, so going to third is going to be Kaluzian, as the catcher Strano is going to run the ball back in as nobody was covering home. So give T.J. Dixon a single, and then an error on the shortstop. Stover is going to allow Kaluzian to go to third. And now Elmira has got another opportunity here to try and add to their lead as they've got runners on the corners for Nick Walker, who's already got an RBI on the afternoon for Elmira.
That was really a nice athletic play by Diamond Dog shortstop Trey Stover, but you're still leading the position. I think that's the case where in future years he'll know that really you have a speedy runner, you have a runner on second base, you really just want to hold on to that one, and you definitely want to make sure to make a strong, accurate throw and not try to throw off balance and allow the runner to go to third base.
So runners on the corners here for Elmira. 5 hits in the ball game. And as Walker awaits the pitch from Petrella, heading up for second is Dixon, and wow, T.J. Dixon, he was 3 steps away from second by the time that throw got to the catcher Strano at the plate.
That was really an excellent jump, and he also picked an off-speed pitch to go on. So that was really a perfect job by Dixon taking second base, and now the double play possibility is gone. At least the conventional double play by a ground ball.
So already the third stolen base of the game for Elmira. And now a 1-0 pitch here coming to Walker, and a breaking ball is a called strike. Nice change of pace there for Petrella. He got a little fastball late in there.
That's the one good news if you're Petrella. When you're on second base, you can kind of elongate your delivery a little bit. They're probably not going to steal home on you, and maybe that settles him down. We'll have to see how he does with runners in scoring position. And the Pioneers up 2-0 so far.
And the 1-1 is swung on. That one's laced foul down the left field line as that one gets into the crowd.
Yeah, and Walker was able to hit a line drive to right center field in his first at-bat. Another bullet there, but that one went foul. And now he's down 1-2 in the count to Diamond Dogs pitcher Nick Petrella.
Top of the third here, Elmira with a 2-0 lead. The pitch from Petrella as a chopper foul, as that one got behind Pioneers manager Matt Birch over on the third base side. Walker did a nice job battling at the plate.
Yeah, Petrella jamming him inside, trying to maybe get a called strike through in the inner part of the plate, but Walker having none of it, drilling a couple of balls foul. Let's see if he comes back away here, the pitcher Petrella. And that's a breaking ball in the dirt, and Walker is still going. Now it's a 2-2 count. So runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning, and it's the Elmira Pioneers 2 versus 0 for the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs.
Elmira with 5 hits in the game. Mohawk Valley still looking for their first hit. And the pitch is swung on, popped up in the air, giving chases the right fielder Sullivan. He's going to make the catch, tagging him from third. Kaluzian. He heads home a great throw from right field, and Kaluzian is going to be out by a country mile. What a great throw from the right fielder, Jason Sullivan. And Elmira is going to not get a run on what should have been a sacrifice fly. But moving up behind the play was T.J. Dixon, and 2 outs, and that will bring up Christian Santisteban for Elmira.
Yeah, it's a case where you have a speed runner on third base. You think, oh, let me challenge the right fielder. But the right fielder just delivers a strike right there and gunned out for the unconventional double play. And that one just misses to the batter, Christian Santisteban. Pioneers looking for a 2-out hit or an error of some kind so they can get their third run of the ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, and it just misses down. That pitch had some nice movement on it. You almost wonder whether it fooled the umpire a little bit. That one looked pretty good. But Santisteban will certainly take it. He's had 2-0 in the count.
Petrella gets his signs from the catcher Strano. Strano out of the stretch is going to deliver a fastball for a called strike. Santisteban out of Manhattan, a left-handed batter.
Yeah, the Jaspers have 3 different players on his team right now before when Matt C. Minetti also joins the team, hopefully next month.
And the 2-1 is a broken bat chopper up the middle, and it gets through the second baseman, Hawk, and safe at first is going to be Santisteban as he looks up in the air, probably more mad that he broke his bat rather than he got on base. As that had been a pretty good bat for Santisteban, but that one's going to have to be retired into the batting box.
And that will go as an error, but really for Santisteban, he's done a great job just hitting the ball where it's pitched. He's hit a lot of balls right up the middle for base hits, and he's really turned into one of the Pioneers' best hitters in the early going. Not quite the power you'd expect from a first baseman, but when you're getting hits like he has, you're not worrying about the power.
So Elmira takes a 3-0 lead as T.J. Dixon was able to score on that error by the second baseman, Hawk, as he tried to end the inning.
And that one was fouled away by Zach Bellinger, and he's down to count 0-1.
So 2 errors early on here for the Diamond Dogs.
And always concerning when you have no hits and 2 errors.
Yeah, especially when 2 is the only number on your side of the line chart. And a pitch here is low in the dirt. So the count evens up a ball and a strike to the batter, Zach Bellinger. Bellinger 1 for 1 in the game. Made his first start of the season for Elmira last night in the DH spot. Had a hit in his opening game. Santisteban leads off of first. And this one is going to be fouled at the plate. As out in front of that pitch was Bellinger. It looked like he was a little fooled on the pitch, but had just enough wherewithal to emergency hack almost and fouled that pitch away.
And Santisteban, for once, he's not a threat to run at first base. He's the first baseman. But you never know. Maybe a little hit and run here if the Pioneers want to get creative.
Elmira's done that successfully twice in this game. Now he chopper right to the third baseman, Collette. He fires to first, and Thomas is able to hold on to it, and that's going to be the third out. So Elmira will strand a runner on, but they tack on a run. And they have a 3-0 lead after 2.5 innings of play here from Veterans Memorial Park in Little Falls, New York. We'll take a break. You're listening to Elmira Pioneers Baseball on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to kick off the bottom of the third inning here from Veterans Memorial Park, as leading things off for the Diamond Dogs It will be the first baseman, number 22, Justin Thomas.
And Bryson Ho has really been down for Pioneers so far.
And a strike call there. Ho with 3 strikeouts on the afternoon. Has yet to yield a hit or a base runner.
Yeah, really dying that outside corner, and right there he does it again. And once again, right there on the outside corner, the umpire giving him that call. And if you're a pitcher, you'll take that pitch maybe just an inch or two off the plate all day if you can get it.
Bryson Ho still has yet to go through the Diamond Dogs lineup one complete time. As it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 batters here in the lineup.
Yeah, that one just missed just outside, and it's a 1-2 count to the first baseman, Thomas. Here's the pitch.
As that one's going to be grounded, a chopper to shortstop, a tough throw from Walker, and they're going to call the runner, Thomas, safe at first. As I believe they're going to say that Bellinger came off of the bag. And the Diamond Dogs are going to pick up their first hit of the ball game on an infield single from Justin Thomas.
Yeah, infield single by the first baseman. We weren't expecting that, but that's really the situation. That's why Walker is playing second base. Arm strength was really struggling a little bit there, and the throw forced Bellinger off the bag. So that's the first hit for Mohawk Valley.
So that'll bring in the right fielder, Jason Sullivan, right-handed batter. And that pitch is going to miss just below the knees for a ball.
And if you're Ho, you're really pitching out a stretch for the first time in the game. Just got to realize you have a 3-0 lead. Just relax and just keep throwing strikes. That's really the only goal.
And a grounder here again to shortstop. The flip to second, and not able to catch it was the second baseman, Carrier, and that's going to allow the runners to move up. So it looked like Elmira was going to start a double play there, and that's going to be their first error of the game, as Carrier wasn't able to handle the flip from the shortstop Walker. So now the Diamond Dogs have runners on second and third here and nobody out.
And that's the case. If you're Walker, you're moving from one side of second base to the other side, and maybe he's not used to the angle on that throw. Gets delivered it wildly. Carrier was unable to make the catch, and now runners second and third, nobody out. With the center fielder Glass at the plate. That one's fouled away for strike one. And Ho was in a jam, but the best way to get out of it, at least the best way to start getting out of it, is to throw strike one. So Ho really in trouble for the first time all game. He's still allowed only one hit, and also that error that just occurred.
And a pitch here is going to miss for a ball. So really the first time that Ho has had to deal with any runners that have been threatening to score. It's the first time the Diamond Dogs get a runner into scoring position as they trail Elmira 3-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-1 from Bryson Ho is going to be a strike as the batter for the Diamond Dogs, Jake Glasser, couldn't hold off on the swing.
And that was really a beautiful off-speed pitch there by Ho. Fastball maybe getting hit a little bit more lately, and he's able to change speeds and really fool the hitter. And here's the 1-2 pitch.
And the pitch is going to be a called strike. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, another close pitch by Ho, and even when he's missing, he's really always right there. Nice job by him laying it up the strike zone. It's no surprise that he walked so few batters during his time at Bucknell this season.
Ho, the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's a big strikeout for Bryson Ho, his 4th of the afternoon. And that's going to be the first out, as that'll take things back to the top of the lineup for Trey Stover.
And Ho really not a pitcher with an overbearing fastball, but you change your speeds and you try to get the hitter looking for one thing and you give him something else, and that's when you get the swing and miss and the big strikeout. And still, the Diamond Dogs can score a run with an out, while Ho meanwhile is hoping for either another strikeout or a pop-out. The Pioneers playing infield back at shortstop and second base.
Pitch from Ho is going to be a called strike. A fastball catches the plate. So that brings in the shortstop, Trey Stover. Stover 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Yeah, so for Stover, a ground ball to second or short would get the run in, but at first or third, they're definitely have to think about going home.
Ho takes a look at the runner. Thomas at third. The pitch is a breaking ball, and that one's going to be low. So the Diamond Dogs have runners on second and third here, 1 out. As Elmira looked to try and turn the double play, but an error by the shortstop, Nick Walker, allowed both of the runners to advance up to second and third.
Yeah, so down by the 2 runners on base, both on ground balls to Walker.
Pitch here swung on a chopper to second. That's going to bring in a run, but Elmira will get the second out as Carrier is able to flip on over to Bellinger at first. And also advancing up on the plate is Sullivan to third. And it's a 3-1 game.
And if you're Stover for the Diamond Dogs, obviously you wish that you had a line drive base hit there, but he knew he just needed to hit a ground ball to second base to get the run in, and he did his job. And now Diamond Dogs are within 2 runs. And now the second baseman Colin Hawk is up at the plate, trying to bring Mohawk Valley 1 run closer, while Ho hopes to escape the inning.
And a strike called here to Colin Hawk, the second baseman.
And Ho going inside there, he's gone away, and that time he's kind of mixing it up a little bit, giving him a strike on the inside part of the plate.
Ho still pitching very effectively here, even around that Pioneers error. A chopper here in the infield. At second, Carrier, the nice flip to Bellinger, and that will do it. So Elmira works around the error. They allow just 1 run, and they strand a Diamond Dogs runner at third base. And we're through 3 full here at Veterans Memorial Park. It's 3-1 Elmira. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the top ball of the 4th inning for you as Elmira comes to bat. You're listening to Elmira Pioneers Baseball on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the inning has started off here, and it's going to be a safe at first base for Elmira as Pete Carrier led off the inning, hit a short chopper to the third baseman, Collette, and Collette had a little tough time handling it, and the scorers are going to call that one an error here to start off the top of the 4th inning. So the 3rd error of the game for Mohawk Valley, Robbie.
Yeah, that was really a tough play for Collette, but Carrier running hard, and he gets on base. So that's called an error, but the base runner can really influence those if he's running hard down the line.
So that will bring up Joe Gruana for Elmira, his second at bat since joining the team earlier today. Literally got here just before we did.
And yeah, first at bat, hit the ball hard. So it's a great way to start off. Hopefully this time he hit the ball hard again and get a hit out of it.
He's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And the pitch from Nick Petrella. And he's actually going to throw over to first here. Carrier back in time.
Yeah, Petrella realizing already allowed a lot of stolen bases this game. And at least want to hold down that running game. Can't allow any more. Really, everybody counts here for the Diamond Dogs as they already trail 3-1 after 3 innings.
Carrier leads off first. Pitch swung on by Gruana. Hey, chopper to shortstop. And he's going to have to go to first as he, I believe, stepped on the bag. So that's going to be a nice double play. Started by the shortstop, Trey Stover, as it goes unassisted 6-3. And that's 2 quick outs for Elmira with the catcher, Jordan Taylor, stepping in for Elmira.
And that's actually a case where like the shortstop was almost preparing to cover second base, maybe on a stolen base attempt, but it just happened to be exactly at the right place and the right time, turns into a quick double play. And here's Taylor up for the second time. Hits the ball hard, but right back at the picture, and that's going to end the inning.
He hit that right back to Petrella, and Petrella didn't even have to move the glove. And he just walks quietly and calmly off the mound back to the dugout, and that's going to do it for Elmira. So it looked like it was going to be promising as Elmira got a leadoff runner on by the error of the third baseman, Zach Collette. But right back out to the mound is going to be Bryson Ho, and Robbie talked about during that little break that we had the adversity of Ho to kind of work around that error that Elmira had runners on second and third, only allowed one to come in and score that last inning.
And as a pitcher, also you want your defense to play well behind you, but errors are going to happen, and you have to limit the damage. Even if they're unearned runs, to a certain extent, it's going to be your fault for allowing those runs to score. So one run did come in on that ground ball, but able to cord the third out, and the Piners are still ahead by 2 runs. That's really all you can ask for from Bryson Ho. And nice job. It's keeping what's really been a strong outing going. He's gone 3 innings, allowing 1 run on 1 hit, whole bunch of strikeouts, and he's really very good. And really going. He might be the Pioneer starters really looked the most effective so far. Yeah, also Suba in his outing in the first game of the season against Watertown, he was able to toss no-hit ball, and Ho had that going for a while. Now he's finally allowed a hit on that ground ball to shortstop Walker that couldn't quite come up with. Once again, he's looked very good, and the Pioneers may have found a starter for them for this season. Really, always exciting to find guys like really from all over the place. We have guys from divisions 1, 2, and 3, big conferences, small conferences, and here's a guy from Bucknell who's really come out there and impressed so far in this game.
So it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 batters for Mohawk Valley here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Doug Page alongside Robbie Knopf here bringing you the play-by-play action of Pioneers baseball. Elmira coming into the game 2-1 on the year, started out 2-0 before dropping their home game last night against the Newark Pilots by a final of 12-3. For Mohawk Valley, they come in to this game 1-2 on the year. They lost last night to the Glens Falls Golden Eagles by a score of 9-4. We're actually tied 4-4 going into the 8th inning of that game. Now a grounder here to the shortstop, Walker, and he'll flip to first. Bellinger fields it easily, and that's going to be the first out. So a good job here, it looks like early on by Bryson Ho of really inducing the hitters here from Mohawk Valley to swing on that first pitch. Like I said, not overpowering, but he's placing it in those right spots so the hitters think it's a good spot.
You know, when you're overpowering, that almost can be an asset for you. They think, oh, this is a hittable pitch, I can hit it, so I'm going to swing. But when you put it in exactly the right spot, hitters really can't do very much with it. Just rolling over it and hitting the ball on the ground. And
that is the 7th ground ball out that has been induced by Bryson Ho. And now he will deliver his first pitch here. That one swung on, laced into right field. That one's going to drop in for a hit. And that's going to get by the right fielder, but getting in quickly was Chris Kaluzdian. As that'll be a 1-out single.
And for Kaluzdian, it was really shaded over more in right center. Really have to hustle to get there, but he's able to get there quickly and hold them to a single. Extra base hits are always a little bit concerning, but in score position, one single could score a run. But Kaluzdian does a great job as keeping the runner at first base and also keeping the double play alive. Hogan still have a quick inning if he forces another one of his trademark ground balls.
So after the single by Gus Craig, we'll bring in the catcher Eric Strano. Strano stepping in here. The catcher has done a nice job behind the plate today for the Diamond Dogs. Leading off at first is Craig. Pitch from Ho. Swung on a miss. Nice pitch there.
Yeah, with that straight change again from Bryson Ho. Don't have a radar gun right here. Always a little bit difficult to tell, but the catcher Sean looked quite off balance, and this is exactly what you want after the base hit. If you're Bryson Ho, get ahead in the count 0-2.
So Strana 0 for 1. The count 0-2. The pitch, and it's going to miss for a ball. Looked like throwing down to first was going to be Taylor, but he threw it right back to the pitcher, Bryson Ho.
Yeah, you see the runner on the bag, and there's no point risking the throw. Obviously, crazy things happen. If you do a bad throw, it might go to third base. So, nice job by Taylor holding onto that ball. And they haven't picked off.
And now they're going to try to get the runner, Craig, here, and they are going to get him on the tag, as it was the pitcher, Bryson Ho, that actually applied the tag.
Yeah, a little extracurricular activity for Bryson Ho. Usually, you want to have your infielders handle that. But nice job, Bryson Ho, going to first base and successfully executing the tag to tie that base hit. If you're Bryson Ho, that's great. You just allowed the runner to get aboard, and now he's gone. So now one strike away from getting out of the inning.
Now a 1-2 coming. 2 straddles, a pitch from Bryson Ho, and that's going to be low. As he tried to induce a swing there from the catcher. Not leaving the count up. 2s are wild here on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here as we work at the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch here from Bryson Ho is swung on. That one's hit out to center field. Dixon settles under it. Looks like he's got it, and he does. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So that will end the 4th inning. Elmira holds on to their 3-1 lead. As Bryson Ho looks like no real struggles out there for him in his first start as a Pioneer. And he works around the 2nd hit of the game that he gives up as the Pioneers get the runner caught stealing as they pick the designated hitter, Gus Craig, off. And Elmira will come to bat here in the top of the 5th inning, look to try and strengthen that lead that they've got, where it's 3-1. Taking a look here at the lines for both teams for Elmira, they've got 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. For Mohawk Valley, 1 run on 2 hits and 3 errors. So going right in order there, Robbie, 1, 2, 3, but not the way you want to go.
Yeah. You want 1, 2, 3 when your pitcher's on the mound, and he did. Yeah, the pitcher Bachelot, he did have one of those in the 2nd inning, but overall he had a little bit of an up and down outing so far, allowing the 2 runs in the 1st inning and another one in the 3rd.
So
and
for Elmira coming up here, it'll be their 9-1 and 2 batters, Hilson, Kaluzdian, and Dixon. And we were talking earlier, Robbie, about the lineup that Elmira looks like they've been set on this year, and really the solidity there's been the 9-1 and 2 batters in Hilson, Kaluzdian, and Dixon. I think that's something good for Elmira moving forward. A lot of speed and hitting potential there between those 3 guys.
Yeah, and Hilson, it's always a little interesting when you have a 3rd baseman batting 9th, but it might be they really like him defensively. Especially like we've seen, infield defense hasn't always been there for the Pioneers, so you have your hitters at the top of the lineup, and then you have a guy in Hilson who's really been very reliable at 3rd base. He made some great plays. Last night he made a great bare-handing charge to throw a runner out at 1st. So Pioneers gotta like what they're seeing out of Hilson, and we'll have to see if he could do anything more with the bat. Maybe move up in the lineup a little bit. Always want to move up from batting 9th.
Hilson this past college season at Mansfield University was actually named to the All-PSAC 2nd team, and he was actually the only freshman out of any of the schools in the PSAC that was named to the postseason team. So a very big accomplishment for him. Yeah, so start things off here against Nick Petrella as he chops this one foul over on the 3rd base side. Hilson 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Yeah, he's trying to do whatever he can to get out. He's had a little bit of a tough time in that 1st at, and yeah, if 3rd baseman's playing back, you keep trying that, and hopefully one of these times the opponent can execute that and get a base hit out of it.
And a pitch here is chopped to the 3rd baseman, Collette. Collette fires in time across the diamond. So one 3rd baseman grounds out to another. And that'll be the 1st out as kick things back to the top of the lineup here for Chris Kaluzdian.
But that's really another time where we see, so it's Hilson showing the bunt on that 1st pitch. On that ground ball, the 3rd baseman was really far in. He didn't have very much time to react to that. That time he made the play. Maybe next time he'll make the play, but the 3rd time after that he might make an error, so you never know.
So Chris Kaluzdian, who's 2 for 2, watches this 1st pitch sailing high for a ball.
Yeah, Kaluzdian, a couple of ground balls with great results on both of them.
Kaluzdian was a late add for the Pioneers. He drills this one to left field. Going back to left fielder at the wall. That one's gone. A home run for Chris Kaluzdian. And Elmira has got their first long ball of the year as they take a 4-1 lead. And that one was gone. That was a no-doubter.
We had to move a little bit to where our press box is. Couldn't really see where that fly ball was going, but we saw it, and that was quite a shot by Chris Kaluzdian. Goes from a couple of ground balls to really a rocket out of the park to left field. And this is a pretty big ballpark, and he really got all of that pitch. Yeah, I've been hand this year. Kaluzdian didn't show quite the power that he showed for the Pioneers last season, but he's still on. Maybe that's an adjustment he's looking to make this summer.
Maybe he just likes playing in that Pioneer blue.
That could be it, too.
And that'll bring in T.J. Dixon, who's also 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He's had a very good start for Elmira as he tries to lay down a bunt here, and that one goes foul. Elmira hoping they can maybe develop a potent 1-2-3 this year. Show some speed and power from Kaluzdian. Definitely know that Dixon's got the speed, and even though he might not have the power, he's got a very good contact hitter. And the 0-1 here from Petrella is going to be a called strike 2.
And then even Walker at third. The defense has been a little interesting, but at the play he's been very good. And then since he's spawned batting fourth, so you really have a great 1, 2, 3, 4 even. And then it really just keeps going because you have Zach Bellinger batting fifth, and only a couple games, but he's also looked very good.
And also, too, to note for T.J. Dixon, obviously coming out of Sanford, Dixon was named to the All-Freshman League team, playing in the Southern Conference. And he's going to watch this one sail low for a ball.
Yeah, and he was someone to watch coming in. As he was saying, we looked at the statistics. You saw him lead Sanford in both walks and stolen bases, and that's a great thing you want to see. Play discipline and speed. And
Dixon is going to wave and miss here at a ball in the dirt that probably should have held up on, but he couldn't bite on the breaking ball. It's a good pitch from Petrella, and that's going to be the second out of the inning, so the first time that Dixon has been set down.
You know, you look at Petrella, he slowed down his arm speed a little bit on that changeup. Dixon unable to recognize it, and he swings right through it for the second out. That's something hopefully the Pioneers dugout, they can notice that, and maybe next time around they'll know to lay off of it.
So that'll bring in Nick Walker. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. There's another good breaking ball here from Petrella, almost that same pitch that he struck out Dixon on, but that time a little bit higher.
Yeah, not that much depth on that pitch, but Walker looking at a first pitch fastball, and he doesn't get it.
Now the 0-1, and that's a fastball, but he has to follow it back. So Elmira has added on a run here in the top of the fourth inning on their first home run of the season by Chris Kaluzdian, a no-doubter to left field.
And you look at the pitcher Nick Petrella for Diamond Dogs, he's really looked very good overall because whenever he's made mistakes, the Pioneers have taken advantage, and that's exactly what you need to do.
And now the 0-2 is a bouncer, as we'll call that one a 56-foot breaking ball, as that bounce actually off the face mask of the catcher Strano after a hit in front of the plate.
Yeah, Petrella's able to start the at-bat with breaking the ball place for a strike that time. Trying to do something different with it, trying to get the hitter to chase, but it didn't go so well right there.
And the 1-2 is a breaking ball. That looked like a good pitch, but no call from the home plate umpire, so that'll even things up.
Missed just low, and Walker, either he got lucky or he just recognized it and didn't swing.
And the pitch, and this one is swung on and missed, so that breaking ball low in the dirt is able to get Dixon and then Walker in back-to-back at-bats. So that will end the inning. But Elmira tacks on a run by the home run from the leadoff batter, Chris Kaluzdian, his first of the year. Elmira's got 7 hits in the game to just 2 for Mohawk Valley. And the reason for that, coming back out to work on the mound here, is Bryson Ho. As we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 5th inning here from Veterans Memorial Park in Little Falls, New York, as Elmira is on top of Mohawk Valley 4-1. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network.
And hi everyone, and welcome back to our my Pioneers game here in Little Falls, New York, pitting the Pioneers against the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs. And the Pioneers they've had a nice game so far. They're up 4-1 through 4.5 innings. And leading off for the Diamond Dog is going to be the left fielder, number 18, Zane Smith. And Bryson Ho, really an exciting moment for him here. He's the first Pioneers pitcher to pitch in the 5th inning, or at least he will be in a few moments. It really is great efficiency with his pitching out, attacking hitters and forcing a lot of ground balls. And here's the pitch. Swung on a miss on that fastball. A nice job by Ho beginning the at-bat. And that's really what we've been seeing him do all day, really pounding the outer part of the plate, maybe extending the zone a little bit. Swung on a miss again right there. Maybe took something off of that one. Had a little late bite on it. And it's an 0-2 count on the leadoff hitter of the inning, Zane Smith. And here is going to be the 0-2 from Bryson Ho. Swung on and missed, and so it's another off-speed pitch, and Ho gets him once again. And he's really had a fabulous outing so far. That's 4 1/3 innings, 1 run on 2 hits, and even at a 1 run, it was an unearned after the error by Walker. And here's Justin Thomas, the first baseman for the Diamond Dogs, and he'll dig in against Bryson Ho. And Ho waiting for the hitter, and now he's set, and he's going to deal. That one just misses outside. Umpires been giving him a lot of leeway on that outer part of the plate, but that time just a little bit too far. Couldn't get the call. And here's the pitch. Beautiful straight changeup by Bryson Ho, and batter Thomas swings right through it. Probably doing a nice job making his pitches. A lot of fastballs, especially second, third time through the order. He's shown a good changeup. Another one there, but it misses low. And we've also seen a couple of breaking balls from him, Doug.
Yeah, it's been pretty good starting here for Bryson Ho, as we were mentioning. The first starter now through these first 4 games for Elmira that's went past that 4th inning. Manager Matt Birch did say he was going to have his starters through this first week of the season on a 4-inning limit. He just wanted to see what they had. He figured he's got a big bullpen. The Pioneers right now with 17 pitchers on their roster, so a lot of guys to go to, a lot of arms to go to. Also, a lot of guys to try and see what they've got. You want guys to feel like they're a part of the team, get some innings out there. That's what this league is for, is to get your work on. And Bryson Ho is actually going to walk his first batter here. As the 3-1 fastball missed on the outer half of the plate to Justin Thomas. So that'll bring in Jason Sullivan for the Diamond Dogs. But, yeah, a very nice start here from Bryson Ho, as he's allowed just 1 run on 2 hits, and the run was unearned as it came around to score after an error committed by the Pioneers.
And Sullivan had to play right now, but he's really stood out for his defense with an excellent throw from right field to gun down Chris Kalustan at home plate on a would-have-been sac fly.
So the first pitch to Sullivan is going to miss for a ball. Count goes to 1-0.
And you look at Ho really attacking the strike zone, but just missed right there.
So that'll bring in Thomas, who's 1 for 1. He had the first hit of the game for the Diamond Dogs. And he eventually came around to score their only run of the ball game. As the Diamond Dogs scored in the bottom of the 3rd inning, we work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The runner takes the lead off of first. That's Smith. Ho's pitch home is going to miss just low for a ball. Looked good. Must have just been off the plate.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of late sink there. Just took it right out of what the umpire's opinion of a strike is. So what can you do? So Ho down to count 2-1.
And now a throw over to first as Bellinger didn't tag the runner, but kind of a late reaction there by Zane Smith, the left fielder, as he didn't have a very big lead off at first, but big enough for a throw over there by Ho. Now the pitch home. And that's going to miss for a ball. So Jordan Taylor going to go out and have a chat here with Bryson Ho, as Ho walked the previous batter. Zane Smith was on first, and now he's in another 3-1 count. Here to the batter, Justin Thomas.
Yeah, and a lot of these pitchers, especially in their first outing of the year, they might not pitch in a while. They've had some time off after their team was eliminated in whatever tournament or even the super regionals or the regionals in some cases. And it's uncharted territory for him pitching out wise, at least in a while.
And that's going to be a called strike, as just for a second, the batter, Justin Thomas, started to flip the bat towards the dugout. Thought he might have drawn a walk.
Yeah, and as a batter, kind of just want to wait for the umpire's call. Definitely don't want any bad blood against them.
So now a 3-2 pitch coming here from Bryson Ho, the runner on first. And a quick throw over to tag, and it looked like they had the runner picked off, but the umpire is going to call Zane Smith safe. A bang-bang play over there at first.
Yeah, and as a right-handed pitcher, so left-handed pitcher, you can kind of be creative in terms of lifting up your foot and throwing to first. Right-handed pitcher is all about just having quick feet, and great job by Ho, just really moving quickly to throw to first, and he just missed picking the runner off.
Now another 3-2 here. Ho checks the runner, another throw over, but this time the runner, Smith, was ready for the play.
Yeah, Smith with a nice lead. You have to wonder if he's going with 3-2 and 1 out. The reward is potentially scoring on a if the batter manages to hit one to the gaps. The cost of a line judge can turn into a double play.
And the pitch is fouled back.
And he wasn't going, so it's maybe messing with the pitcher hole a little bit, trying to distract his attention from the batter Sullivan.
And it looked like Sullivan might have been the one distracted as he kind of half swung at that play. He started to swing, but then looked like he wanted to stop, and it just caught the bat. He's almost lucky he swung that much. If he would have held back a little bit further, he probably would have struck out, because that ball looked like it was going to be right down the heart of the plate. And now 3-2 again, popped him straight in the air. Bellinger chases for it over at first, but that's going to be into the bleachers. And it hits just in front of a couple fans over off of the first base side.
And Ho, he's able to come in, force a weak contact, but just goes out of play. And he'll have to make another good pitch here with 3-2 and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So Jason Sullivan and Bryson Ho in a battle here. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Elmira leads Mohawk Valley 4-1. The Diamond Dogs with a runner on first here, as that's Justin Thomas. The pitch swung on, a grounder. The third, the flip by Hilson to second. Carrier, the flip, not in time to finish off the double play, but Elmira does get the lead runner. And still, that was a good turn there by Elmira. Just maybe a little bit too much speed down the line by the right fielder, Jason Sullivan.
And how about Bryson Ho coming back with the 3-2 changeup? He's able to get the bat out in front, ground ball to third base. Maybe hit a little bit too softly for a double play, but Hilson able to throw to second for the out. So that's a big out for Bryson Ho and the Elmira Pioneers. Now, a runner on first base with 2 outs. He's quite close to escaping this inning. And the batter for Diamond Dog is now the center fielder, Jake Glosser.
Then he throw over to first. Then the runner is back safely.
Yeah, if you're Bryson Ho, you'd love to just pick the runner off, get out of the inning without throwing another pitch, but that rarely falls into place. Here's the pitch. That one's just low. If you're the Pioneers, you kind of want your pitcher Ho just focusing on the batter. You're so close to escaping the inning. The runner on first can do whatever he wants. As long as you retire the batter at the plate, you're out of the inning, and we'll be going to the 6th inning. Another changeup, grounded to second base, and it's fielded by Carrier, and he has no play. So they're going to rule that an error. Really a tough play by the second base. It might be out anyway, but tough error for Pete Carrier. Kept the ball in front of him, prevented from going to the outfield, and maybe allowed the runner to go to third. But that will be ruled an error. That'll be the 2nd error for the Pioneers this game. And now the Diamond Dogs will have a couple of runners on here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So they have runners on first and second. The 2nd error of the game for Elmira. And that will bring in the leadoff hitter, number 10, Trey Stover, the shortstop.
And Ho, a little bit of a jam here, but still one nice pitch away from getting out of the inning.
And the first pitch is going to miss for a ball, so they count 1-0 to Stover, who's 0 for 2 in the leadoff spot.
And Ho looking maybe gets a little bit worn down here in the 5th inning.
He's definitely seen his most action in this inning.
Yeah, but still, he's only allowed a walk and was ruled an error, so nothing too bad.
And a nice fastball here, swinging right through that was Trey Stover.
Really challenging him there, and the batter just totally fooled, looking for something else. And it's 1-1 count. Ho dealing with the leadoff hitter Stover.
Runners take their leads from first and second. Oh, a quick look at the runner at second. And the pitch home is swung at and missed. As Ho definitely took something off of that pitch. Was able to change speeds.
Oh yeah, maybe he has a 6 or 7 mile per hour difference between his fastball and changeup. Doesn't go overly hard, but your fastball seems harder when it comes after a changeup, and a changeup seems even slower, especially when you get a little bit of bite on it, like Ho did there. Gets a little bit of movement down the way, and it makes it even tougher for the hitter.
So now the 1-2 coming from Bryson Ho. The pitch is swung on, and a broken bat foul over on the third base side by Trey Stover as he throws his bat to the dugout.
And another nice pitch by Ho, but that one just foul off to do it one more time.
So now we'll see what Trey Stover can do with the pink bat here as he went from the pine bat to now using a pink bat here.
Yeah, here in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, there isn't quite an unlimited supply of bats, so every bat you lose is a little bit frustrating, but
Yep.
if you can get a hit out of it, it all works out.
So
And of course, Ho trying to avoid that.
another 1-2 pitch here. Ho trying to get out of the inning, keep his team in front 4-1. Runners take their leads. The pitch is swung on. A little pop fly. Carrier let it ground in front of him, and he makes the throw. As that was kind of a tough in-between play there for Carrier, but the wherewithal to let it hit, it got a nice bounce for him. Then he was able to flip to first, and Elmira gets out of the inning.
Yeah, they were backing for a second. Nice job by Carrier playing the ball, and Pioneers escaped the jam, and they lead 4-1 after 5 innings.
As Elmira coming here in the top of the 6th inning, will look to try and get some more runs out of Nick Petrella, who comes back out to work this top of the 6th inning, as he's already pitched 5 innings, as he's allowed 4 runs on 7 hits, and his defense behind him has committed 3 errors in the game here this afternoon.
Yeah, as we've seen in this game a couple of times, just how important it is to have a good infield defense behind you. A lot of times these pitchers are making nice pitches, forcing the ground balls, but if you're fielders, you have to field the ball cleanly, and sometimes, even if you do field it cleanly, know who's running. Is he fast enough? Is it worth throwing to first base? Sometimes it isn't worth it, and you can make a costly misplay.
So Christian Santisteban will lead things off for Elmira. He's looking to try and get into the hit column, as the Pioneers with 7 hits in the game. So it'll be Santisteban, and then Bellinger and Carrier for Elmira.
And Carrier, a little bit of an up and down inning last frame, and he'll hope to redeem himself a little bit with the bat. Do up 30 inning. He's also hoping to have a runner in scoring position in front of him, just to get a little single and drive him in.
And I think that spot, too, almost Jesse did commit the error, but he did enough to keep that ball in front of him, as you said, that allowed the runner from going to third base. So you take the good with the bad there, take it with every grain of salt that you can.
Yeah, and also, folks, that's the time when errors don't always tell the full story. That was actually a nice play by Carrier. Just couldn't quite get the ball to first base for the out.
Yep, on a sheet of paper, the E looks the same, no matter what the effort put into the play was.
Yeah, they say it looks like a line drive in a box score, even if it's an infield single. Here, it's an error in a box score, a bad fielder, but that was a fine play by Carrier.
Yep. Santisteban with a grounder here to the first baseman, Thomas. Thomas has to flip over to the pitcher, Petrella. And a nice job there by Nick Petrella to get off of the mound and retires Santisteban for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Santisteban running hard, but not quite as fleet of foot as his Manhattan teammate Chris Galusian. And the pitcher able to get over there in time for the out. Yeah, but always nice to see the Santisteban running hard. You never know what can happen. Maybe a little bit of a bobble like we've seen a couple times already, and you can get on base.
So Bellinger will step in. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Showed bunt there, but the first pitch will miss for a ball.
And those have been really the 2 games that the Pioneers are playing. They're really challenging the catcher, Strano, and also the third baseman, really showing bunt quite a bit.
Bellinger pops this one up as he got jammed on the inside pitch. And making the catch there on the pop fly is the third baseman, Collette. And there'll be 2 quick outs. So a jam shot there from the pitcher, Nick Petrella.
And now 1 out away from escaping the inning, and here's Carrier trying to extend the frame.
So Carrier steps in 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Left-handed batting second baseman awaits the pitch, and it's a breaking ball off the top of the foot, I believe, of Carrier. So Carrier is going to get on base, the first hit batter of the game by either pitcher.
And yeah, and that after we saw 5 last night. That was a little crazy. This one, a little calmer. And especially if you're a Carrier, if you're going to get hit, he gets barely clipped in, he gets first base. You got to like that.
Maybe it's his fortunes turning around from that last half inning out in the field. The baseball gods playing down on Pete Carrier.
He'll take it either way.
Stepping in now, it'll be Joe Grana for the Pioneers. He watches a first pitch ball.
Yeah, and he's really hit the ball hard twice. First one landed right into second baseman's glove, and the second one right to shortstop, but turned it into a ground ball double play. So he's hoping to just keep making good contact and finally get in the hit column for the Pioneers.
Carrier lead off of first, and the 1-0 pitch is going to miss for ball 2. Haven't really seen a lot of Grana out in left field. There hasn't been much action his way. A lot of ground balls here today for Bryson Hill, but We have heard that from his teammates that are here from Old Dominion that he does have a lot of good speed out there in the field.
Yeah, we want to see him get on base. Maybe show some of that on the base pass as well.
And the pitcher from Petrola is going to be a called strike on the outer half of the plate.
Yeah, and also you have another speedy guy in Garana, but he has really bad luck because center fielder is Dixon, right fielder is Galusian. You have three guys with speedy outfield. Great for the Pioneers, but you got to know that Garana would love to be maybe playing center, so what he can do with a little more ground to cover.
And a pitch here is going to be a called strike as Garana watched that one go by. So nice job by Petrola here to get back into the count.